Just gonna give everyone a few seconds to get in, wait for notifications to go out. Okay, everyone, welcome back to Skyrim. So I got everything that was going wrong during the last episode fixed up. No matter how many times I talked to Farkas, he would just give me the same quest to intimidate someone who wasn't there. So instead I decided to talk to Ayla, and she gave me the animal extermination quest to clear out Greenspring Hollow. I decided to come to my manor here and I was done streaming. Ayla is doing a very good job of getting the main hall completely furnished. Greenspring Hollow is in Whiterun Hold. It is right up here. So let's go over to Redruin's Retreat and we'll be at Greenspring Hollow in just a moment. It's actually fortunate that I'm being asked to come over here because the next companion's quest, they will ask us to go to Dustman's Cairn, which is right next to it on the map. So I will ride up here and get that location marked off at the same time. And there's also, just behind it, a Hambear's Rest, which if you've ever seen the Headless Horseman riding around Skryim, that is where he will lead you. But I don't think he was there right now. Sometimes if you show up in the middle of the night, he'll already be there. So this is Greenspring Hollow. There's sometimes a saber cat outside. It looks like I'm just being followed by the skeletons. Get my bow ready. Actually, this is an interior location anyway, it's just the saber cat outside. But there is a dragon attacking, so if you're worried that just a single saber cat wasn't going to be the first way to start the stream, here we go. Dragon fight right away. It's a blood dragon. I'm not too terribly concerned about whether we can handle it. Actually, it's just a fight. It's actually a cave bear right there. I do have a unkilled marvelous stone. Still got the cave bears. Kill those. This is technically supposed to be a saber cat lair, but when you come here when you're level 52, you're gonna find cave bears instead. That's okay. There's another enemy not too far away. Alright. We got our treasure grounded. Shadowmere taking most of the aggro anyway, so even if I were concerned about the damage of a single blood dragon, it would not have made much of a difference anyway. The bear. Coin purse stuck in the corner there. Skeleton, goat leg. Let's see. I did see another dot appear on the map over this way. This is Drillis's cottage up here. I've died many times with this cottage. Just make my way through Skryim on a peaceful sunny day, and then he comes outside and one-shots me. But there is a point in most Skyrrim playthroughs where if you've been up this way and were killed by him, you decide it's time to take your revenge. So why don't I do that now? I'll be sneaky sneaky. Nice and quiet. He does not lock his house. There will be no dialogue. He is aggressive from the moment he sees you. Cut him down. Got some nice robes there, 100% faster. Everything in here is marked as stealing, and I don't really care to loot any of it anyway. But now he is no longer a problem. I'll take some gold. There is at least one moonstone ore vein in the vicinity. That's usually what I'm doing when I end up running into him. So I'm looking for ore veins. There's also a fairly large chance of saber cats showing up here, but I assume it's because of its proximity to Green Spring Hollow that they just happen to wander over here. I'm not really too concerned about the moonstone ore vein. I have Sojourn's Sinkhole cleared out, so if I feel the need to gain additional moonstone, I can just go there. For now, what we will do is we will return to Ayla and Jorrvaskr, and hopefully any additional companions quests will not ask me to fight Evdinia, because she's been gone for 4 streams now, thereabouts. Yes, I could use console commands to cancel the quest.
I've heard you may actually
if
be
I can
stronger than
do
you
it
look.
without
Perhaps we can hunt
going
together
that way,
someday.
why not? Let me adjust my volume settings here. Do it before we get 20 minutes in this time. Okay, now I can hear the game.
Out with it.
I've cleared that beast's lair.
Not bad. Not bad. The intensity of the hunt is special, isn't it?
I'm looking for work.
Skryim was looking for you earlier.
What does he want?
He didn't say, but you'd better move fast. There's probably something I could find for you to do, but best to check with him.
Well, then let's go find Skryim. For all the good it'll do me to talk to him. So he sleeps over here, and it's middle of the night, so of course he is asleep.
There you are.
You wanted to see me?
I did. Your time, it seems, has come.
That's not ominous. What do you mean?
Last week, a scholar came to us. He said he knew where we could find another fragment of Wuthrad. He seemed a fool to me, but if he's right, the honor of the companions demand that we seek it out.
I would be honored to retrieve it.
There's a fine line between respect and bootlicking, new blood. But I like your spirit. We've decided this will be your trial. Do well, and you'll be counted among the companions. Ayla will be your shield sibling on this venture, whelp. She'll answer any questions you have. Try not to disappoint, or to get her killed.
So whoever you do the first job for will be your shield sibling for this quest. Normally it's Farkas because he talks to you right after showing you around. But if you decide to do a quest for Ayla instead,
I hope you've
it will
readied
be her.
yourself.
You're going to be my shield sister?
So I'm told. Try and keep up.
What is Wuthrad?
It was the blade hefted by Ysgramor when he returned to drive the elves out of the old Skyrrim. Without that axe, this whole land would be overrun still.
Why did Skyor call this my trial?
I would hope that's obvious. Do well here, and you'll be a full member of the Companions. Fail, and it won't matter anyway.
Who was this scholar?
One of those ice brains who wanders the land, getting people's hopes up. From my view, I don't think we'll find anything here. You'd better hope there's still a chance for you to prove yourself, though. Or this trial might last longer than you'd like.
I'll meet you at Dustman's Cairn.
Don't delay, Shield Brother.
So I will meet her there eventually. But I'm actually going to do the last pet of Skryim, the tame spider. Because until I found all of them, I can't remove any of the notes from my inventory. And you know how much I dislike a cluttered inventory. So I will pop over to Kronvinger Cave. But if I'm going to go there anyway, I'm going to pop over to Kynesgrove and talk to Roggy Knotbeard. Because he has a family shield. And a lot of the times he asks you to find it at Kronvinger Cave. So if I'm heading over there anyway, and can take care of two quests at once.
You've been seen in the company of the Companions. That's an honorable path you're on, friend.
Hi there.
Based on the time of day, he is probably mining.
Mining is hard work, but we pay a fair price for any ore you dig up.
I wish that malachite wasn't so valuable, so that I could just take that without stealing it. Okay,
I visited the meaderies of Riften once as a lad. Oh, wish I had their skill.
Are you from Kynesgrove?
Yes, I've wandered a bit, but I always come back to Kynesgrove. My clan was one of the first to settle here. Legend says that my forefather Lena discovered the mines after he stumbled into a dark cave to relieve himself. Too much mead.
What's the story?
Of course, there's another story of Lena losing the family shield in a different cave. So it depends on who you believe.
Your ancestral shield is lost in the cave?
According to my grandfather, at least. He swore that version of the legend was true. He even found the cave old Lena stumbled into. Hey, if you find it, I could show you some of the clan's favorite fighting moves. They're all shield techniques.
Oh, it's an Anselvund,
that
so...
story about Lena's shield is
well, on one hand, it's a shame that it's not in Kronvinger Cave, but Anselvund is the location of one of the unusual gems. So going in there, I'm still taking care of multiple things at once. Plus, there's a entire other quest that takes place entirely inside Anselvund, which is a quest that I'm going to do eventually anyway. Get ourselves a skeever. No, a web sack that probably has a skeever in it. Thought it was alive because it was moving. So Kronvinger Cave is a spider den. We're gonna see plenty of frostbite spiders while we're in here. Just my arrows are not going the full distance. Not that the spiders will detect me anyway. If I stick to the shadows, I can take them all out before I'm detected. Even the one that walked up right behind me do not detect me. So this is the normal exploration path of the cave. The pet is actually from a different path from that main room. Or that previous room. I suppose the room I'm standing in front of now would be considered the main room. These can be kill shot cameras when my arrow isn't actually going to go anywhere. The kill shots for archery are so messed up. Like, you can be aiming correctly, but the camera for the kill shot adjusts the angle slightly, so your arrow actually goes lower than where you were aiming. Which is why so many times you'll actually miss the shot when you can see the animation. And because of my love of archery, I wouldn't want to, for example, install a mod that makes those play even more frequently. Let's get my water breathing ring. So there's a chest down here. And as far as I know, that's all that's down in this area. Eventually the cave will loop back around to the entrance. Oh, brood there. Nah. If eventually I get asked to come here and clear out the rest of it, then sure. But there's really no major advantage to me going into the brood there right now. But if I had been asked to find the shield, then the chest that would be in the brood there. For now, let's return to the entrance. And there's a button on the wall here. And back here are vampires. We'll see how many we can take out without getting detected. There's a thrall there. A vampire fledgling right here. I have a quest marker for the spider. There's at least one more. This is the vampire naturalist that has the spider key, and let's check out her journal. While my siblings may be obsessed with the taste that fear imbues in the blood of mortals, I find that pain lends a much more potent sweetness, and nothing is quite so capable of causing pain as the venom of a frostbite spider. For the last, the usual method of harvesting frostbite venom involves killing the spider, a costly and dangerous venture. Far too little venom can be obtained through violent methods for the experiments I wish to conduct. To that end, I have captured the frostbite spider from deeper in the cave so that I may regularly collect its venom, which seems to be unusually potent. I discovered that it appears to have some measure of intelligence, and I have been attempting to teach it to obey certain orders. Oh, how delicious it would be to have a tamed spider entangle my prey on command. I think I will name it Arachnia. Actually take the journal. Nope, I said just sit in the chair. I am sitting inside of the vampire. Yeah, okay. They seemed to be enjoying a meal of a Breton. And I do not mean the culinary adventures of High Rock. Which, as we learned, is where the gourmet studied. There's a chest sitting here. poisons laying around. There's the locked room, which is lockpicking skill book. And if I come around the corner here, this is where the naturalist had set up. There's now your usual, your alchemy lab, your enchanting table. I suppose if you want to make poisons out of, including the venom, you would of course need an alchemy lab. There's a sapphire on this barrel. Nice. 12 pieces of gold. And unlock the cage gate. Here we have Arachnia. And I got the teleport Arachnia. Like all the other, I will tell it to reach for now at Golden Hills Plantation. Sometimes I move like the Skeever and the Spider to either Mirror Watch or Bloodchill Manor because it just feels, you know, more like a place that those sort of creatures might enjoy. Okay, so does that actually so I've now found all the pets that are part of the Pets of Skryim quest. There is more. There are 2 pets tied to the Saints and Seducers creation. I believe I turned off the Nyx Hound that you can get in Solstheim. But there is a pet there if you have all the creations installed. There's also, of course, dogs and armored trolls, goblins, and reeklings that can all be found as pets. I think I'd like to find the goblins soon. So I put in the stream description that I would be fighting for honor today, or something. It was
honored to see you again, my thing.
But, and I will probably do at least Dustman's Cairn if no additional parts of the Companion's questline, but I want to do some other things too, because I'm not, as I said last time, I'm not a huge fan of the Companion's line. Oh, I forgot the entire reason I ended the last stream at Lakeview Manor. I planted in the garden plot outside 4 samples of Blue Mountain flower and 3 samples of wheat. Each one will give me 4 when I harvest it, so I get 12 of each. And using those, thank you for following, Gloria Atkins. Welcome to the stream. If I combine Blue Mountain flower and wheat, I get a potion that not only increases my health, but also restores health. So I will make several of those. My day has been going alright. I am enjoying Skyrim, thank you. So I'll make 12 of those. I would prefer a potion that just restores my health, but I'm okay with increasing my maximum health temporarily as well. So now I don't need to rely on the single heal of the white vial per day. I have some additional health potions on me. I will point out that I already have the glass catfish and the dire fish. Or I have at least... No, I don't have the glass catfish. That's one of the ones I'm missing. But I do have tripod spiderfish and dire fish. The places where you find them are in caves and the like. One place where you can check, and I'll do a quick check over there, I mentioned it when I originally went to the location. Reachwater Rock. I stream Stardew Valley twice a week as well. And also play a number of other games in my free time that I don't stream. There's a fishing spot here, but you can also find a number of fish if you just dive into the water. Though I did collect a number of fish while I was here last time, and this area doesn't respawn, so we may not find many fish. Looks like I'm finding more dire fish and tripod cider fish. They are certainly good games, and I do enjoy a game that has good story. So Red Dead Redemption 2 and Elden Ring are excellent choices. I haven't played those particular titles very much, but I am familiar with them at least. It looks like we're not being too successful with finding fish here today. I did do a few streams like 8 years ago, but in my current streaming exploits, I started on Halloween last year, and I've been streaming fairly regularly since then. There was a time where I was waiting for my computer to be fixed and didn't stream for a few weeks, but in general I try to stream 5 times a week. Every day except for Thursday and Sunday. I'm going to take a moment because my headset is tripping at me. I thought I had charged it enough, but I guess it decided otherwise. Just give me a couple seconds. I'm going to mute the headset so that it doesn't make a lot of noise while I'm trying to plug it in. Okay, it's less comfortable to have it plugged in, but it is better than it dying. I do intend to customize my channel slowly over time, but it's a task I would prefer to undertake myself. Another popular place for the cave fish would be Embershard Mine. The enemies here are typically low level, because Embershard Mine is a location you can find straight out of Helgen. I am not looking for commissioned work at the time, but I appreciate the offer. Arrows are stuck in the bridge. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, both the glassfish and the vampire fish are considered to be very small. So if I'm correct about that, the Elikri fishing rod would be my better choice here. But if I'm wrong, I don't want to be fishing up the wrong things. The glass catfish is listed as very small. The vampire fish is also listed as very small. I do have both. I do not use either very often. let's pull out the elite fishing rod. And of course I'll check to see if I can get a glass catfish and the vampire spiderfish just by diving into the water. Anytime I can avoid the actual fishing interface in this game, I'm going to do it. I'm not seeing any fish in these waters. But the main fishing spot for Ember Shard Mine is deeper in anyway. How about I fight with the fishing rod? I think that would be amusing. It's not very powerful, but why not go for it? Especially if I can get a sneak attack, it doesn't really matter that it's not that powerful. One-shotting a bandit with a fishing rod. Even though I'm not successful with finding the fish in here, I can at least get the iron.
Now ain't this a surprise?
I would say between the two, I'm slightly more active on Discord. Just because I don't actually post anything on Instagram. I only follow other people. But I'm not terribly active on either one. And there should be one more bandit patrolling this path. My profile name is the same everywhere. I've always been the guy for. Again, I'm not seeing any fish that I can just grab. But I will do one set of fishing here, and if I am unsuccessful in finding both the glass catfish and the vampire fish, I will catch them off screen again, and we will continue the fishing in the next stream. There's the glass catfish, first try. I will check your request when I take my first break. I of course wouldn't mind finding an additional glass catfish and 2 vampire fish if at all possible, so that I can put them in the fish pond, as the fish hatchery as well. Fished up an ancient Nord warhammer. That's amusing. I've been fishing up a lot of tongs recently. Which is a shame, you can't actually do anything with the tongs. It's not like they help you improve your smithing in any way like you would expect the tongs might be able to. I do not check requests when I am actively playing. So please stop asking. There's another hist carp, which is another one of the base game fish. Looks like we are out of bubbles, so I was able to get one class catfish, but no more. There are other underwater fishing spots. You can try Reachwater Rock, maybe you'll get more lucky than I did. Yeah, here at Embershard Mine, Black Reach has several fishing spots within it. Basically just keep a fishing rod with you and go to the caves. I decided to not grab the iron. Just gonna drop that Ancient Nord Warhammer. I certainly don't need it. It's just weighing me down. Alright. I'll also drop the tongs. So now I will head over to Anselmund. We will find the ancestral shield of Rocky Nutbeard and complete the quest inside, and also we should be able to find an unusual gem along the way. If I'm getting this one, then that may direct some of the remainder of my stream. There are two dungeons that don't really have a quest that takes you there, that both have unusual gems in them. If I'm getting sent to this one, then it would make sense for me to go collect those other two. That would bring me at the end of the stream up to, after doing all of those, up to 19 of the 24 gems. There's also a remaining one in Stony Creek Cave, Hobbs Fall Cave, one in the Jarl's Quarters in Riften. There's one that I have yet to collect in Pine Watch, which is tied to the Markarth Special Thieves Guild quest. And then the last one is... I don't want to give you wrong information. I think it's impressive that I managed to remember 23 of the 24 off the top of my head. Last one's in the Dainty Slode, which is part of the Solitude special quest, which I thought it might be, but how about I decide to not use a fishing rod for this location? I'm gonna favorite Lightning Bolt, so that if I'm fighting a mage, I can at least throw one Lightning Bolt at them before you fight too much. There are plenty of mages here. There's also a ton of Draugr, but
That's close enough.
oh, the Conjurer decided to show up once I looted the chest.
I'm warning you, back off.
Where are you right now? Oh, she's down there.
Never should have come here.
She's an Archconjurer, so my fairly low level spells are not going to do much to her. But I'll try and use spells here and there. I know how low my destruction skill is. I'm not going to switch to a mage playstyle necessarily, but as my other skills get so much higher, it's taking longer for me to level up. So if I spend some time investing in using magic, I can continue leveling up a little more efficiently. So I'll probably go through a lot of this cave with Firebolt in my left hand. I don't have to worry so much about making sure I have Soul Trap on the weapon or have Soul Trap at the ready because, no, all of my soul gems disappeared. I still don't know what caused that to happen, though I spent quite a bit of time researching possible causes between the last stream and now. Well, the last Skyrim stream and now, I should say. It is a Death Lord, so I can't spend too much time playing around with, you know, spells with Jarger that can shout me. But while I'm waiting for my Magicka to recharge, I can't pull out my shield. Minimize the damage I take. So all of my Greater and Grand Soul Gems disappeared. And most Death Lords give Greater Souls. It's the Archer ones that will sometimes give you Grand. So since he wasn't an Archer, I will also try and remember to resume using Closed Wounds as combat ends. Just to continue leveling up Restoration. When Restoration reaches level 70, you can buy expert level spells from Colette. If you want to power level Restoration all the way up to 100, at that point you can buy the Circle of Protection spell. That effect works even if there are no enemies around, so it will allow you to level the same way we've been able to level, for example, Illusion through Muffle. There is a... I could drop that down, but I'll just Archer these two Draugr. Oh, there's Necromage too. I will shoot a firebolt behind them. I'm in trouble. I should not have tried so long with the archery. I also didn't properly investigate the room before I started shooting. Just try and get the Death Lord down as quickly as I can. If I don't have to deal with the Death Lord, then I can probably handle the rest of these guys without too much difficulty. The list Necromage is certainly beefier than you expect a mage to be when you're fighting them with melee. He has the spell tome for Necromancer's Ritual, which allows you to regain 30 health and magicka every time a friendly conjured or reanimated minion dies for 120 seconds. I will also take his unenchanted goodies. Okay. She's down. There are other oh, conjure Tomb Guardian. Summons a Tomb Guardian for 60 seconds that conjures a shade when it kills an enemy. Getting all sorts of spells today. So yes, the fire did cover the chair. If I had just lit up the oil, I would have had no trouble with them. Hello, Apprentice Storm Mage. And around the corner was a Novice Storm Mage. And there's also a Livin' Atronach. Seems like the trap finished off the Draugr. Okay. So we are temporarily free of enemies. Oh, there will be more soon enough. Let's get the creep cluster. I already know Fury. Bone meal off a Draugr right. Fire assaults off the Achenak. And more enemies just ahead. We'll come up here because there's a chest. Part of me wants to go back to the Dorman Museum and see if all those locks have reset. That's a great way to level up your lockpicking. If you're looking for those last few levels. You can also find a chest and just break your lockpicks on it over and over again. If you are, relatively good at lockpicking and you pick them up as compulsively as I do, you probably have a similar number. If you got, a few hundred of them, then why not break a few to level your skill?
I am Lua Alskaven. Who are you to disrupt my work? Begone, or I will add you to my army of the dead.
So now we're starting to see the story of this place. Kill Lua Alskaven in Anselvund. It is in fact another quest that has been added to my journal. The unusual gem is at the end, by the way. So, if you're, very feverishly checking every corner for it, don't worry. You will not miss it. An apprentice storm mage can easily be taken out with an arrow if they haven't seen me yet. I'm happy that I took out the necromancer first so that they didn't revive the other person. There is no shortage of ingredients here, so if you want to work on your alchemy and want some ingredients to experiment with, then just look around here for a while.
Rise from your graves to defeat this worm.
So these Draugr do not have to detect you to start fighting. She will raise them up to fight you right away. I guess I should have at least enchanted my dagger for the base level Draugr in this room. But there will be stronger ones too. I'm a little bit lost. Comes down this way. That's right. Oh, there's a trap there. Watch out for that trap. Obviously, I stepped on it just to demonstrate it being there to you. I certainly did not miss it. Alright, we got another apprentice chest that I should be opening without damaging my lockpick so much, but there are many places here where you can just jump down. Death Lord was just attacking the wall. This ancient Nord battle axe. Small sack with green apples. I'm gonna pop another muffle, even though I don't think it's strictly necessary. The 15 times damage of a sneak dagger is doing work for me. Okay, so here's the gate, and we see stone pillars to rotate, but we do not see the solution. What if you... Oh, hello. Wow. I really should be paying more attention. I did not see her at all, and she was right there. Good thing I made those potions. Okay, she's dead. I walked right into her. How blind can you be? And now that's spitting fire. Okay, so the reason I came over here is there are two things for me to read. There's Lua's journal. 25 years I have grieved for my husband and sought revenge against the Empire for his death. I have researched the magics to return his spirit to a body, and something about the story of Fiori and Holgir has drawn me here. Holgir would make the perfect vessel to bring my sail back to life. I have managed to raise the dead here and use them as laborers to clear the way to the main burial hall. Something about the methods used by the ancient Nords has kept them incredibly well preserved. Would that these Stormcloaks had half their sense. We could have used them to push the elves right off the continent and formed a new state to combat the Empire. And now, when I am so close, a war breaks out. The sleeping bear of Skryim, who would not come to aid us in Hammerfell, awakens now that the Empire has abandoned them as well. They think they know suffering at the hands of the Empire. They know nothing. I would see both the Empire and these sons of Skryim into oblivion myself. And of Fiori and Holger. In her 29th summer of life, Fiori the Huntress met the warlord Holger on the field of battle. None remember what they fought over, for their love to come was so great it overshadowed all rivalries or disputes. They fought to a standstill, as their followers looked on till her sword broke his axe and his shield dulled her blade, and all could see that they were equals. As the eagle finds its mates, so too did Fiori find hers in Holger, and a time of peace came to the clans of the forest. But as the summer's warmth gives way to winter's chill, so too would this peace pass. But the snake came and bit Holger, its venom seeping deep into the wound. A wail greeted Fiori's view as she came over the snow-covered mountains to the coast. She obtained an elixir from the Akavir and returned to the forest in haste. Though Holger could smell the winds of Sovngarde, she gave him the elixir, and he was cured in an instant. But the snake bit Fiori as she poured the last drop into Holger's mouth, and fatigued from her journey, she joined the ancestors immediately. Holger's grief was such that he built a tomb, and upon completion took his own life that he might rejoin her. The point of this book, you will see eagle, snake, whale, and snake in the story. And that is your solution to the puzzle up here. Eagle, snake, whale, snake. Triple lever, and the gate opens. Pressure plate there that triggers the fire. And we are at the end of the first section of Ansevland. We are now entering the burial chambers. thirsty. There's a gate over here. Add a block. There's also an expert chest here. See, there's also a pull chain behind the chest. There's one chest somewhere in the game that has a lock on it, but also has a trap trigger. It's not this one, of course, but seeing the pull chain behind it reminded me of that. I can see the enemies far ahead. I basically abandoned magic and switched to archery to finish this dungeon. That's a base level Draugr though, so I will get his petty soul. And another Draugr snuck up behind me. I will take his soul as well. I say he for Draugr even if they appear to be female, because as far as the game's code is concerned, they are all male. Which means I do not do additional damage to them because of the Agent of the Bella, since they're marked as men and I'm playing as a man. Skill book there, but I've already read it. Not sure if I can awake them in some way. Maybe if I wasn't sneaking, or some sarcophagi that do not open normally can actually be opened by using unrelenting force on them. I haven't shown that because typically I don't want to open additional sarcophagi. There's a master lock on this gate, so let's see if we can get another lockpicking level today without breaking all of my lockpicks. If I break 220 lockpicks on a single lock, then I should probably just retire from the game. Okay, so that was the wrong direction. I'm looking at a specific spot. A specific scratch on the lock to guide where I'm going. I could do it on my old computer too, but with the resolution of this one, it's that much easier. So there's a wooden door here that has nothing inside of it. Actually, maybe there's a lever or something in here. Old chain, something. I'm pretty sure there's some way to unlock this door without having to lockpick it. But it's no matter, I'd rather get the lockpicking experience anyway. I just was looking for a way to tell you if you're not fond of master locks, as so many are not. I remember watching one person play this game who wrote down all the master locks they came across, and once they got the skeleton key, revisited all of those places. Meanwhile, I'm trying to pick master locks at, 5 lockpicks at the beginning of the game. So I'm crazy. What type of Jarker are you? You're white, but I did pick up a lesser soul gem in here. Actually, a couple lesser soul gems in here. There's a gold ore vein here. I don't know how close I am to the enemies, but I'll try mining it. When I come back from my break, I'll unplug the cord so I'm not accidentally brushing up against it and causing more noise. There's some laundry going on outside my room, and I know you can hear it. But I closed the bedroom door to at least try and block most of the sound. Your streaming schedule does not care. When you gotta do laundry, you gotta do laundry. I mean, in terms of streaming, I'll sometimes end up wearing the same shirt or something for multiple streams because I only wear the shirt for the stream. When I'm going about my day-to-day life, I wear different clothes. Okay. Where did you go, Deathlord? There's an apprentice necromancer who I will promptly stab. I guess Deathlord probably triggered one of the traps and died. Well, I'd like to check it out. I want to do that. You can tell if there is something in the sarcophagi by using that. I guess another muffle because my illusion is not at level 100 yet. So why not? Jarger that was not going to wake up started to be rezzed by the conjurer. And the area shakes again.
I could not raise him, but I will raise an army to avenge his defilement.
Takes 2 arrows to take out the white. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Alright, let's just rush forward and take these guys out. There's iron armor, obviously weighing that spot down. Dead. I wish I could identify regular level Jarker on sight. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I've never really bothered. I recognize the Death Lords by their horns. Okay, this is the final chamber. I will drop a save. Lua is right there.
They burned his body before I could raise him. It should have been returned to me.
You will not not stop me from killing those who wage this pointless war.
So she was monologuing, but the subtitles didn't show up because she was too far away. She has powerful magic and powerful assistance as well,
Going to enjoy killing you.
including Fury and Holger. Oh, I did not
Need something?
pause in time. And then they say need something, like they didn't just kill you. Anyway, that's why I saved. I'm going to pop the archery potion, so I'm doing 30% more damage to her. She's hiding. Okay, she's dead. Which also caused the Fury and Holger to fall. Ebony Shield and an Ebony War Axe. Ebony Warhammer. A skeleton she was raising, and Lua herself. She has a key and a staff of zombies. And if you come up here, you find the ghosts of Fury and Holger.
Now we can rest in peace once again. Come, Fury, my love.
Take this with our gratitude.
And they give you a weapon that of course I cannot use. I believe this is supposedly Lua's husband. They give you the Ghost Blade, which does 3 points of extra damage ignoring armor, which is a nice effect. It is my unusual gem, but the Ghost Blade is not terribly powerful, so I can't remember ever having used it even in playthroughs when I do allow myself to use quest items. And coming up over this way, it requires Lua's key will allow you to open this without picking the lock. This is basically where she's been staying. And there's a note: Imperial condolences. 4th Era 175 Imperial Citizen Lua Alskaven. It is with the deepest regret that I must inform you of the death of your husband, Sale. He laid down his life in battle helping retake the Imperial City from the Aldmeri. He showed great courage in his final hour, and his sacrifice will not be in vain. All consider him a man of high moral standing and a shining example of the best the Empire has to offer. In this hour of your grief, please take solace in the fact that he gave up his life protecting the Empire which he held so dear. Yours sincerely, Imperial Prefect Pius Brucius. And this is one of, besides Halted Stream Camp, this is one of the 2 locations you are guaranteed to be able to find the Transmute spell. Here's Ragi's Ancestral Shield, which I will return to him promptly. There's some burial urns that we'll check for gold and or gems. Okay. Use this to return it out to Anselwood Excavation. Get a little spiral staircase here. And unlock the gate with her key. And drop down back to very near the entrance. So that is Anselwood Excavation. We got an unusual gem. I think my next task will be to go forth and get the other 2 dungeons in which unusual gems can be found. I think one of them, Cinderstone Gorge, can be done as part of a Radiant Companions quest once you've completed the main quest line of the faction. But there's no guarantee that I'll be doing that anytime soon. And even so, the reward for it isn't something I'm even remotely
We're one of the
interested in.
same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you. Never should have come here.
Oh, Ken's Grove is getting a second dragon attack. After the scripted story one. But this is Frost Dragon, not Selacanir. I'm taking some offense to your focusing on me, Mr. Dragon. I mean, yes, I am the biggest threat to your life here. Let's bring you down. You're enjoying your flight far too much. It'll land, just nowhere near town. We're gonna keep you down. And far enough away that you're not interested in the townspeople, but I can still hit you with arrows. That one missed. But I feel the slight vibration in the controller that you feel when your arrows hit an enemy. I'm missing a lot of shots, but... Well, as soon as he gets up here, he'll land. Or he'll land all the way over there. Or he'll just fly away. No, it's okay. Ignore the dragon run. Sure. Hey, Roggy, I found your shield.
My clan's shield. So Lena really did stumble into that cave. Eaten by monsters. In honor of his memory, let me show you a few shield techniques. And tell me if you're leaving town. Be good to travel again.
This is getting absurd.
I want to make money just as
All
much
right.
as you do.
Sometimes I make him a blade. Or one of my stewards. Dragon's back. Hello. If I use Dragon Run, will you actually land? Or will you fly away again? At least stop moving for a moment so I don't miss the Dragon Run. Land up on the hill by the burial mound. That's acceptable. A little close to the mine, but I think we'll be okay. Frost Dragon is the third tier of dragon. Stronger than regular dragons and blood dragons, but weaker than ancient and elder, and obviously legendary dragons are the strongest. We are not at a high enough level to find some of those absolute highest level dragons, but I can handle a frost dragon if I can actually, fight it. But every time I use Dragon Run, he lands in a location where I can't get to him, or he just flies away. I'll use it again and see if he just lands up on the top of the mountain again. I'm trying to Skryim the mountain, but it's not working too well. Plus a single strike from his breath takes half my health. And sometimes you try to shout and the game just says, oh, no you didn't. Well, he landed anyway. Take advantage of the stagger he gets when he is no longer able to fly. and I managed to outdamage him. Well, I killed the dragon. That's another dragon death today. There's not a word in the answer one that I ignored, is there? I'm pretty sure there's not, but sometimes I get paranoid that I accidentally left the word behind. Does not have a word wall for dragon shots. Okay, good. Got 9 dragon souls. Is there any that I haven't unlocked yet? Nope. Both Randvike's Fast and Cinderstone Gorge have one though. I'd probably be okay to go to those locations, but just to be safe, I will drop off the dragon scales and bones that are adding a significant amount to my carry capacity, and any other smithing things I have on me. And I'll put away the soul gems that I filled, because they don't seem to disappear from my container, at least. They just disappear from my inventory. I'm down to 155. $130. I took a pair of unenchanted robes because I like how they look. I also got the ghost blade, which is another thing weighing me down. I suddenly got an extra pickaxe. And while I'm here, I read Bigger Prince at the end of the last stream. This is part of that's about the goat. Completed that. I read Galarian the Mystic. Halvar's Journal. I read the Ice Wraiths. I read this stuff while I was getting it. I don't need the signed copy of Uncommon Taste for anything. I'm going to put the extra dire fish and tripod spiderfish away. Okay, I think we've done a pretty good job of clearing out our inventory. I will do Randvike's Fast, then I'll take my break, and then I will do Sunderstone Gorge. Randvike's Fast is up in the mountains somewhere around here. I believe it's the Dragon Claw icon that is just to the left of the west on my navigation bar. I mean, I wasn't going to fight another dragon, but if it literally lands right next to me, then yeah, I'll take it out. Alright, it took off because it's not interested in getting killed by me that fast. Let's finish off the cave bear, so that Shadowmere is not distracted from trying to help me. No, I do not want to ride you right now, Shadowmere. Get back off. Get off the horse. Pull out my closed wounds. Please let me heal. Okay. I am safe. I filled the common soul gem and have no Barless stones. So take care of the cave bears that are still attacking me. And now the blood dragon has landed for me again. Thank you for that. Alright. Not really seeing the kill cam, but I'm getting one, so he's dead. Dragon Slayer. That's 3 dragons in one stream. And we're only an hour and 20 minutes in. On account of having killed that dragon, I need to find out whether it's actually the one tied to the nearby dragon roost, or if it was just a random attack. Because if it's the one that belongs up here, then I can walk in and claim the ward without any additional combat. Of course, there's every possibility that the game decided to spawn a random dragon near a dragon roost just to mess with me. I don't see another dragon perched on the ward wall. This is Elder's Blood Peak. There's dead frost troll here, but there's no dragon perched on the wall. Or do I see one anywhere else nearby? So let's go claim a word. Hand disarm, which I've mentioned that disarm is not very effective in the past. Even with a second word, it's not that much better. I did not mean to take that gold necklace. Put it back. There's some other dead animals up here, but I'm not going to worry about them. I could ride Shadowmere down here to try and discover these locations, but it may not work the way I want it to. What will work the way I want it to is this. And if I find that I'm unable to reach Runbags fast from over here, then I will fast travel up and grab Shadowmere. I'm pretty sure that I don't actually need to go through the pass to get back up there. There's a frost troll over here. Of course he'll want to fight me. I wonder if I should be using things like oak flesh and stone flesh to continue leveling my alteration. I haven't done anything with alteration in a while. I mean, I showed how easy it is to level it by shooting mage lights at the mountains outside of Solitude. Also going to a crowded location and holding down the Teth Life works, or picking up an item with telekinesis and just holding it for a while is also a good way. The Teth Life and telekinesis ideas are more effective if you are enchanting the cost down to 0, but they do work anyway. You're a beefy skeleton. I expected you to go down with a single swing, but it turns out you have a lesser soul on you. bone wolves probably do as well. But I don't think I've ever tried to soul trap a bone wolf. Greater soul? The bone wolves are greater souls? That's wild. Anyway, I found the pass. I will discover run bikes fast. And sooner or later I'll find the entrance. There is an entrance to this dungeon, I promise. It does exist. Most dungeons have an entrance to them somewhere. I think it's actually down this way though. So the ghosts say stay back or I'll be forced to attack you. It seems like they're not actually interested in the fight. So I will do maximum sneaking here. Not really interested in fighting ghosts if I don't have to. Especially since the ghosts don't want to fight me. If I get close to one, you can see it says subjugated ghost. So they're not really in control of their actions.
Stay back, or I'll be forced to attack you.
Now, the ghosts like this, sometimes when you kill them, they'll have a ghost sign, like they can finally rest at peace. So that is a consideration. So if you see the chest, there's an obvious trapdoor there. And when you come around and grab the ward wall first, you can see that this chest is in fact empty. There's our first of kinds beast, which is Sue's wild beast, which is basically command animal, which I have as a Bosmer. So I'll stand here and let myself fall down, and we'll hear the enemy.
Oh yes, yes, you've fallen for my trap.
Souls is dead.
Greed makes a lure. But you didn't die from the fall, though. Most do. Oh, and don't mind my assistant here. He may have seen better days, but he's still more help to me dead than he was alive. All right, let's see if we have something here to end this as quickly as possible.
It's only an expert level lock. You can also try and pickpocket the key off of him while he's still close.
Don't worry though, it'll be relatively painless.
I have a black soul gem that's not filled, yes? Alright, the soul trap's filled, the warlock. He's a wicked man, so. And there's a Renvike's fast key and still the staff. Summons the subjugated ghost for 60 seconds wherever the caster is pointing. And my end of dungeon chest is right here. The unusual gem is right there. Let's check out Sild's journal. 4th of Evening Star, 4th era 200. It never ceases to amaze me how many fall for my simple trap. I may have to consider tweaking it a bit though. Many of them, in recent months, have been dying the second they hit the cage floor. Putting a foot or two of water in didn't help either. In fact, it may actually be making things worse. The last one to fall and broke both his arms and legs. He proceeded to float there and eventually drown. If it weren't for the water, I would have had a great time twisting his mind until I decided to end him. 8th of Evening Star. Captured another one, finally. It's definitely true that whatever these orcs are gain in size and strength, they lose in mental capacity. I'm amazed they can even speak. He kept saying that when he gets out, he'll break me in half like a twig. Persuasive, isn't he? Anyway, I told him that if he holds his head under the water for as long as this candlewick lasts, I'd let him go free. Stupid thing drowned within minutes. I never tire of this. 13th of Evening Star. I haven't captured a soul for days, and the last victim died on impact. Of course, I was still able to reclaim his soul, but without the thrill of killing, or any kind of torture. The process lacks that special something. The reclaimed souls I've summoned make decent targets, but taking a mortal's life is so much more sweet. So yeah, bad dude. Horror of Castle Zir is a destruction skill book if you do not already have it. Copy of the Ethereum Wars there if you haven't done the Lost of the Ages quest yet. Of course, the Ranvik's fast key opens all of these cages, so if you want to get lockpicking skill from opening them, do that before you grab the key. But I'll just open them all anyway. See if his victims have anything on them. So that's basically it for Ranvik's Fast. Sure, there are other treasure chests and plenty of ghosts you can fight if you want to. But as far as major things here, we've seen it all. So I'm gonna make a quest active so that I have a marker to help me get out of here. Unfortunately, killing Syl does not release the ghosts. But I'll take it out any I see on the way out. I get ectoplasm out of it, and they also get to rest in peace. Welcome back. I am going on my break as soon as I discover the next location I'm going to, which is Sunderstone Gorge, which I believe is somewhere around here, if I'm not horribly mistaken. Just a few minutes. If I'm not entirely mistaken, that cave on the navigation bar that I have not discovered yet is Sunderstone Gorge. Yeah. I was mistaken about the fastest way to get there. But as long as I'm on my horse, the hills will not matter too much. If I'm wrong and this is a different location, I'll pull up a map real quick. Remembering every location in Skryim is not easy, but I was right. This is Sunderstone Gorge. There's a...
Here we go.
There's an arch necromancer on the outside. Oh, good lord, that was half my health. Let's pop the closed wounds.
That's your best. Like the bite of a flea.
I'm taking splash damage from the spell she's casting on Shadowmere. Okay, another dragon. This one's named too, which means it was probably recently brought up by Alduin. Though, can Alduin really raise dragons right now? He's not around. I'm not going to go into Sunderstone Gorge before my break, but if Buljotnak is going to fight me, it feels wrong to not at least engage with the named dragons. So let's keep him grounded until I get over there. Seems like Shadowmere found the path to him much faster. He's a named dragon, so he wasn't terribly difficult. I could have fought him ages ago.
You there,
You're interfering with Imperial business.
I'm an Imperial.
So you'll have to pay us a fine.
I'm only auxiliary, but I'm an Imperial.
Pay up, citizen.
I'm in the Imperial Legion, and I'm damn sure you're not.
Well, in that case, you'll have to hand over your life as well as your
Dummy. I'll take out this guy with a warhammer. Oh no! Oh, damn it. All of that will probably happen again, since I'm taking roughly the same amount of time to do it all. After that death, I'm going to desire the break even more. So as before, let's make sure that Shadow Mirror is right here, so that the Arch Necromancer focuses more on Shadow Mirror than on me. I'm just trying not to accidentally phase into Thunderstone Gorge while I'm fighting. Darn it! And he's hitting me hard with the ice storms. Hello. I'll be with you in a moment. You know what? I'll let Shadow Mirror handle the Arch Necromancer, and I'll take you out. Shot him out of the air with a lightning bolt. That's a pretty cool way to take out the dragon. You know what? Oh, damn it. I got on Shadow Mirror the moment I got Shadow Mirror the moment I phased through the door, and now I appear to be in the air. What happens if I toggle off collision? Can I at least move then? No? Wow. This is a new one to me. I appear to be in the sky, like above the skyline. I can't do anything because technically I'm in the air. I tried to get on Shadow Mirror so I could move him away from the door, so that I'd stop fighting the Arch Necromancer like that, so that I could actually help fight him rather than just stand here and keep phasing through the door. But because I ended up in the loading zone the same time I mounted Shadow Mirror, instead I encountered a glitch that you cannot fix. Yeah, technically Shadowmere is in the load zone, as is the Arch Necromancer. So there's literally nothing I can do about this. I suppose I could try and shoot arrows past Shadowmere and hope that I hit the Necromancer instead. Now, what I need to do is I need to get away, far enough away that I can wait, fast travel back to the location so that Shadowmere fast travels with me. And try and get behind him before he's in the load zone. There! And I still end up inside the cave anyway. I actually be able to check his body? Okay, last thing before the break, we saw the dragon come over here. Let's see if that event with the soldiers will still trigger, or if I missed the opportunity for a radiant encounter. I'm still getting a radiant encounter, but it's saber cats instead of soldiers. I'm stuck again. It froze me in a kill animation. Let me pop a detect life to make sure that there's no one else around. Okay, I'm not getting any lights, so I don't get the soldier encounter anymore, but I did at least get the dragon and the necromancer killed. I still got an encounter. There's a hunter over here that stayed out of everything that was going on. The sabercast, the dragon, and the arch necromancer. I will be inside the cave where I am safe. I will save. I will take my break, and I will be back with you in just a few minutes. Take the time to stretch, rest your eyes, get something to drink if you haven't, and I will be back shortly.